Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. Of course, I got a special guest in the building, Cory Spinks. How's it going, fam?
What's up with you, my guy?
I'm doing well. So, I got to jump right into it. I know you saw that fight last night, right?
Yeah, man.
Hey, I gotta get your opinion on it, right? So, I like Shakur Stevenson. I've heard people talk about how skilled he is. As I look at him, I do believe he's a very skilled fighter, defensively responsible. But as we did our official fight breakdown, I thought the fight was going to be a little bit more exciting because in the last several fights I've seen with Shakur Stevenson, he's been moving forward a little bit. But I guess that was against lesser competition, or maybe I should say individuals who could not punch as hard. With De Los Santos, who was a puncher and was pretty freaking fast, he seemed to be a lot more hesitant, continued to take that half a step back, was very cautious, and didn't really engage very much. And I started to hear booing from round 3, and I thought he was going to try to turn it on later in the fight, but he still never really found his footing. So, what were your thoughts on the fight, champ?
Well, he did what he had to do to win, but he's going up in weight, and he's finding out that these opponents are much stronger.
Yeah.
So he was a little hesitant. Maybe the next one to be out, but with Shakur how he fights, he sticks by not getting touched, but you gotta give a little bit more effort and please the fans a little bit, but he, I guess he just felt the guy's power, and he didn't want to take that many chances last night. He just decided to basically win the fight with his jab.
But champ, so I've seen you were a defensive fighter. Floyd was a defensive fighter. But I also saw both of you guys stay in the pocket against much bigger fighters and throw shots. I remember you against Jermaine Taylor, who was a much bigger fighter than you were. So can he tweak his style to be more fan-friendly? Because he's asking for 50% to face Devin Haney. He's asking for a Gervonta Davis fight. He didn't do a whole lot to earn those fights last night. As a matter of fact, he probably lost fans with that performance last night. Is there anything he can do to tweak his style so that he'll be more fan-friendly?
Well, everybody's entitled to an out fight.
Yeah.
There's just one fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna throw the book at Shakur yet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just one fight. Some of all of us go through it. He just had a tough night. That he wasn't able to do what he wanted to do. He had to go to another game plan, and that's to stay away from the guy. But I just look forward to to see how he continues. Now that can continue, but I think it was just the opponent last night that kind of made him transition into more boxing and stuff, and not throwing that many shots because the guy was fast and he had power. So Shakur had to stay cautious the whole time. Even though even when his trainer, his uncle told him to step it up a little bit, he tried a little bit, but it just didn't get going.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, and I know you say it's just one performance, so maybe you can discount that performance, but he's been calling out Devin Haney. He's been calling out Gervonta Davis. Devin Haney is a much rangier fighter than the guy we saw last night, but he doesn't have as much power, but he is fast. He will give him a different look. I would suspect that Shakur Stevenson may be a little bit more aggressive against him. Gervonta Davis is probably of similar stature to De Los Santos, but he's just as fast and hits harder. So
Right.
do you believe that he beats either one of those fighters? How do you see those two fights playing out against Shakur Stevenson?
Well, when it comes to the superstars, I think it's whoever night it is. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because I like Dev and I like Javante too, and it's just um, with those those three guys, man, I can't pick a side because style makes fights, and I would love to see it though. Can can Devin Haley crack, you know, that code that everybody's been trying to crack with Shakir? Can Tank crack that code? Because he's very hard to hit. His distance is incredible. But I would say Shakur can't not repeat that last night performance no more if he want to be called the superstar.
Agreed, agreed.
But he
Transition.
can still not get hit. You know what I'm saying? Just give the people a little more leather. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I saw you do it. I saw Floyd do it. I saw James Toney do it. You can be defensively responsible and you can be offensive at the same time. I've seen it.
He just got to take a little bit more risk. That's all.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed.
I think he's a one hell of a fighter. One of the best fighters out there. Um, I'm just, it was, it was a bad performance because the guy didn't engage neither. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
so
true.
that's what made the fight so like that because he was so cautious on Shakur's ability, so he wasn't attacking like he wanted to, but he was trying to do, he was trying to beat Shakur at his own game, and he couldn't do that.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. That makes total sense. Let me ask you this because I hear this a lot. They say Shakur Stevenson is a generational talent. I thought Floyd was a generational talent. Ali is a generational talent. Um, I I think Terrence Crawford is probably a generational talent. But do you believe Shakur Stevenson is a generational talent?
Well, with 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 generation, boxing, um, changes. It gets better.
Mm-hmm.
The skill gets better. People figure more things out as the sport grows. So but it's just their era. You know what I'm saying? It's just their era. He's adding some to the game. That's how I look at it. I wouldn't just call it generational. He's just adding to what boxing is, the art of hit and not get hit.
Right.
But of course, you gotta. People want to see more action. It's a business. You know what I'm saying? And you know, some of like me, like Floyd, we all used to be sometimes credit for moving a little too much or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So with age and growth of the sport, it becomes different fighters, different styles. Like back then, back in the day when you had the Sugar Ray Leonards, the Marvin Haglers, and all that. I don't think you got toughness like that to would want to face each other. You know what I'm saying? To duke it out and see who's the best. You know what I'm saying? It's more. Of course, it's always been a business, but you got people want to hold on to the title for a long time, milk the cow. But
Yeah.
you know, you can't take it away from the kid. The kid's talented, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very talented. He's proven that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not a big puncher, but he have punished guys.
Yeah.
He have pun- he have punished some good guys. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta take your head off to him, man. Just I don't think they should be judging him off for one bad performance because it just wasn't him alone. It was also the other guy. The other guy wasn't you know taking the initiative. If he seen Shakir trying to do this, why he didn't press the issue to try to make a more exciting fight himself. You
Right,
know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
I don't put the all the blame on the superstar. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's why that's why everybody is down on him now because he's considered the superstar. You know what I'm saying? But hey, he just fought a guy that has speed, power. He had to take a little bit more risk. You know what I'm saying? He didn't output what people thought he was going to do. You know what I'm saying? Every fight is not going to be the same. So, you know, style make fights.